Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I am Uzma Jafri. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Friday, the 17th of May. Campaigning for final phase of India's general election ends. Afghan film body gets first female chairperson. And Sri Lankans protest against mob attacks on Muslims. And now for all the details. Campaigning for the 7th and final phase of India's general election ended on Friday, with star campaigners of various political parties making their last-ditch efforts to woo the voters. The 7th phase of the election will be held on May 19th and results will be announced on May 23rd.
Campaigning for the final phase of India's general election ended on Friday, with star campaigners of various political parties making their last-ditch efforts to woo the voters. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, while addressing an election rally in central Madhya Pradesh province, said he is sure of his Bharatiya Janata Party or BJP-led ruling dispensation winning over 300 seats. The BJP went into the election as front-runner, buoyed by Prime Minister Modi's image as tough and decisive after he ordered a military strike on a terror camp inside Pakistan over a suicide bombing in India's Jammu and Kashmir.
इस रविवार को जब आप मतदान केंद्र पर पहुंचेंगे तो इतिहास रचने वाले हैं। आप दशकों बाद लगातार दूसरी बार पूर्ण बहुमत की सरकार बनाने वाले हैं।
Meanwhile, Rahul Gandhi, the president of main opposition Congress party, addressed a public rally in Solan in northern Himachal Pradesh province. Congress has sought allies among regional parties to defeat the BJP over its record on economy. 59 constituencies spread over 7 provinces and 1 union territory will go to polls in the 7th and the final phase of the general election on May 19th. The 7th phase general election started on April 11. The results will be announced on May 23rd.
Moving on, traders have expressed the environmental damage caused due to diversion of Neelam River in Pakistan-administered Kashmir has also affected tourism and their businesses. Locals have long blamed that Pakistan has been recklessly exploiting natural resources in the illegally occupied region by building so-called developmental projects.
Traders have expressed the environmental damage caused due to diversion of Neelam River for the Neelam-Chelam hydropower project in Pakistan-administered Kashmir has also affected tourism and their businesses. A massive water crisis has built up of late in the illegally occupied region due to the diversion of River Neelam, making the lives of the locals miserable. The mixing of sewerage in Neelam River has also added to their health woes. Locals have long blamed that Pakistan has been recklessly exploiting natural resources in the illegal occupied region by building so-called developmental projects.
कि वफाकी हुकूमत तो टूरिज्म को एक इंडस्ट्री की शक्ल दे रही है और कह रही है कि इसको जितने से जितना बढ़ाया जाए तो बेहतर है, इससे रेवेन्यू जनरेट होगा। लेकिन हमारे साथ जो है ये सौतेली माँ का सलूक किया जा रहा है कि हमारी जो खूबसूरती है उसको ख़त्म किया जा रहा है, हमारी जो ग्रीनरी है उसको ख़त्म किया जा रहा है, हमारे जो चलते दरिया हैं उनको ख़त्म किया जा रहा है। जब हमारी यहाँ पे चीजें खत्म करेंगे तो यहाँ पे किस तरह टूरिज्म बढ़ेगा?
Neelam River has now turned into a small rivulet of sewage right from Nausari to Domil, where it merges in Jhelum River. Activists have been demanding that 60% water should be retained in Neelam River and steps should be taken so that there is no further environmental damage. But Islamabad has continued to maintain an oppressive attitude towards the region and ignores even the basic demands of common public.
In news from Afghanistan, Renowned Afghan filmmaker Sahra Karimi has been appointed as the first female chairperson of the state-run film production company, Afghan Film. 30-year-old Karimi has been actively engaged in filmmaking in Afghanistan and has directed more than 30 films.
Sahra Karimi, a filmmaker and a director, has been appointed as the first female general director of the Afghan Film, Afghanistan state-run film production company. 30-year-old Karimi is a famous Afghan filmmaker who has over 10 years of experience in filmmaking and has directed more than 30 movies. She has a PhD in cinema from the Academy of Music and Performing Arts, Film and TV faculty.
جنگ تأثیر خودش را روی سینمای ما داشته. از لحاظ تولید، از لحاظ محتوا میتونه خیلی پربار باشه، به خاطر اینکه ما کشوری هستیم پر از قصه های مختلف.
Karimi has been actively engaged in filmmaking in Afghanistan in the last 6 years. She has produced and directed 30 short fictions, 2 documentary films and 1 long fiction film. Some of her films have also won international awards. Afghan Film was established in 1968, but so far it has not done a considerable activity due to the 4 decades of war in the country.
In news from Sri Lanka, scores of people gathered on the streets of Sri Lankan capital Colombo on Thursday to hold a silent protest against the upturn in violence against Muslims following the Easter Sunday bombings by Islamist militants. Authorities have arrested around 78 suspected persons for the wave of attacks and riots that swept the island nation this week.
Huge crowds gathered on the streets of Colombo on Thursday to hold a silent protest against the upturn in violence against Muslims following the Easter Sunday bombings by Islamist militants. Authorities have arrested some 78 suspected rioters, including 3 described as Sinhala Buddhist extremists, for the wave of attacks and riots that swept the island nation this week. In the anti-Muslim unrest that started on Sunday, mobs moved through towns in Sri Lanka's northwest, ransacking mosques and attacking shops with petrol bombs, reports said.
ආණ්ඩුවටත් පැවති ආණ්ඩුවලටත් ජනතාවගේ සාධනීය දේශපාලන සටන් පාඨයක් මේ මොහොතේ අත්පත් කරගන්න බෑ. ආර්ථිකය අලුත් සංවර්ධනයක් පිළිබඳව ප්‍රජාතන්ත්‍රවාදය ස්ථාපිත කිරීම පිළිබඳව යහපත් ආණ්ඩුකරණයක් පිළිබඳව වංචා දූෂණ සහ නාස්තිය පිළිබඳව රටටත් රටේ ජනතාවට වැදගත් වෙන දේශපාලන සාධනීය සටන් පාඨ මෙම කඳවුරු දෙකටම අහිමි වී තිබෙනවා. එනිසා උන්ට ඉතුරු වී තිබෙන එකම බංකොලොස් සටන් පාඨය තමයි යලි යලි ජාතිවාදය මහජන ආරක්ෂාවට යන මුවෙන් මෑට මුවා වී ඒකාධිපතිත්වය ප්‍රජාතන්ත්‍ර විරෝධී පාලනය.
Sri Lankan Army Commander Mahesh Senanayake, speaking at a news conference on Thursday, said that another attack on the scale of Easter Sunday bombings was unlikely. More than 250 people were killed in the April 21 attacks on churches and hotels, mostly in Colombo.
A unique Shikara ride was organized recently in the iconic Dal Lake in India's northern Srinagar city to promote tourism in the Kashmir Valley. Tourists were seen enjoying themselves in the colorful wooden carved boats, offering a picturesque view of the valley.
With an objective of attracting more and more tourists towards Kashmir Valley, a unique Shikara ride was organized in the iconic Dal Lake in Srinagar city of India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province. More than 25 shikaras or wooden carved boats were tied together to form a bouquet of boats in the lake. Tourists were seen enjoying themselves in the colorful boats, offering a picturesque view of the valley. Kashmir has been witnessing a huge rush of visitors as temperature is rising all over the country and tourists are rushing to the valley to escape the soaring mercury levels.
हमने भी फर्स्ट टाइम एक्सपीरियंस किया, बहुत अच्छा था. फर्स्टली तो कश्मीर फॉरेन में आए ऐसा लग रहा है, बहुत ब्यूटीफुल है और वेदर बहुत अच्छी है.
बिल्कुल आना चाहिए. कश्मीर ऐसी जगह है कि मिस नहीं करना चाहिए. एक बार स्विट्ज़रलैंड मत जाइए पर कश्मीर ज़रूर आइए. ये जन्नत जो बोलते हैं वो कोई गलत नहीं है. जन्नत जन्नत है. कश्मीर एक जन्नत है.
Shikaras are also used for other purposes including transportation, fishing and seaweed harvesting. They are related to Kashmiri culture and tradition and are a hit among the tourists for offering the most relaxing and soothing experience in the valley.
23-year-old mountaineer Sheetal Raj, who hails from India's northern Uttarakhand province, has scaled the highest peak in the world, Mount Everest. She had also scaled Mount Kanchenjunga in 2018, thus becoming the youngest Indian woman to scale the world's third highest peak.
A 23-year-old mountaineer, Sheetal Raj, who hails from Pithoragarh district of India's northern Uttarakhand province, has scaled the highest peak in the world, the Mount Everest. In 2018, Raj had scaled Mount Kanchenjunga, thus becoming the youngest Indian woman to scale the world's third highest peak. Sheetal's father, a taxi driver by profession, expressed he is proud of his daughter's achievement and said he never differentiated between a boy and a girl. Chief Minister of Uttarakhand, Tivendra Singh Rawat, also took to Twitter to congratulate her on achieving the feat at such a young age.
हमने कभी देखा नहीं था, हमने टीवी सीरियल में जरूर देखा था कि हाँ एवरेस्ट तो होता है कोई चीज़ करके। जब जाके हम आज जब हमारे बच्चा उधर तक पहुंचा है तब हमको लगा कि हाँ भाई बच्चे में लगन हो तो कहीं भी पहुंच सकता है, उसके लिए कोई दिक्कत नहीं है पहुंचने के लिए। ये है कि बेटा बेटी में कोई अंतर नहीं है सर, ठीक है, बेटी हो बेटा हो जो आगे पहुंचा है वो सबसे बड़ा, बेटा का हो बेटी का हो वो है सबसे बड़ा।
Sheetal Raj had always been fascinated by mountains from an early age and joined the Darjeeling's Himalayan Mountaineering Institute in 2015.
During the holy month of Ramadan, a Muslim man in India's Mumbai city has been providing food to more than 700 cancer patients at the famous shrine of Noori Shah. During Ramadan, Muslims around the world fast from sunrise to sunset and devote a majority of their time in prayers and charity.
During the holy month of Ramadan, a Muslim man in India's financial capital Mumbai has taken it upon himself to offer food to the cancer patients at the famous shrine of Noori Shah. Rehan Dorajiwala, a member of non-governmental organization Hopes India, spends his mornings serving food to cancer patients as he considers it a way of giving back to the society. Apart from breakfast, he also provides medical facilities and financial aid to the patients. More than 700 cancer patients belonging to different religious faiths live in the shrine and have no means to afford treatments and daily meals.
We provide breakfast in the morning for the patients, and Dargah Trust, Noori Shah Dargah Trust is a religious place and they allow patients to stay here, and we are giving them breakfast every morning. In the breakfast we are giving them rotis, dal, sabzi and boiled egg, bananas, khajur and milk. That's what has been provided by us every morning.
और 3 साल से के बाद से देखते हैं अलहाज रेहान साहब यहाँ अपने नाश्ता वगैरह का इंतज़ाम, दूध का इंतज़ाम, पानी कहते हैं कि और दीगर लवाजमात, दवाई का इंतज़ाम, डॉक्टर का इंतज़ाम, बहुत सारे लवाजमात इनके ज़रिए ये हैं। और यहाँ जो दरगाह शरीफ है, इस दरगाह शरीफ के अंदर बहुत सारे लोग हिंदू मुसलमान आते और यहाँ मुसाफिर खाने में 600-700 आदमी यहाँ कहते हैं कि रहते हैं।
Ramadan is the 9th month of the Islamic calendar. During Ramadan, Muslims around the world fast from sunrise to sunset and devote a majority of their time to religious activities and offering alms to the needy.
Well, that's all we have for you from South Asia this evening. Now our viewers can watch the show on southasianewsline.com. You can also visit us on facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time next week. Have a great weekend. Good night.